the United States is the KKK. Have you ever met a KKK member?
No.
No. We live in New York. It's a huge population.
Right.
You would think that we would meet a KKK member if there's such a huge demographic. I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe there's 11,000. I'm just making this number up.
Yeah.
Maybe there's 11,000 KKK members. You think that's a huge demographic? And even if they do endorse Trump, who do you think the KKK would endorse just on the fact that it's a man versus a woman running for president? Think about that. That shouldn't be any reason to sway you.
What is the point of that statistic? Is that supposed to surprise me? I mean, Trump, what do you think they're going to vote for, the guy who makes camo hats or the woman?
No, it's true. It's true. You know, and this show in no way endorses the KKK. No, we do endorse Proud Boys, Uhuru. Proud Boy. Actually, since we're bringing up Proud Boys, I'd like to say a big SD to my friend over in Montreal listening right now, and all my other people listening in Montreal. Emil, I fucking love you. And I'd like to give a big Uhuru, proud of your boy, to German Wilhelm over in Germany. I hope you're safe. I hope you weren't in France for this whole thing, and I look forward to hearing from you. And, now I got that out of the way.
Do you want to plug that meetup, too, or is that off limits?
We could talk about the meetup.
Let's talk about the meetup.
So, Proud Boys meetup coming up. Now, if you're not familiar with Proud Boys, it was founded by Gavin McKinnon's, and it's a way to get men back out and being men again. It's sort of like a Knights of Columbus, but we encourage sex and drinking and fighting. All right?
I think they encourage drinking in Knights of Columbus now.
They do, but to get the insurance, you have to say you're not going. You have to take a thing to like not do drugs, and a promise not to do drugs and not to drink as much.
Yeah.
But I don't have all the details for the meetup. All I know is it's in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn,
right,
on the 19th, Monday.
19th
on Monday, and we're gonna get trashed with Gavin McKinnon. Yeah,
I look forward to it.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm trying to grow my beard out for the occasion.
Oh man, well since we moved on to the topic of Proud Boys. You ever been in a fight before?
I've been in some scuffs.
Been in some scuffs? You ever got your ass kicked?
Yeah.
All right. You ever kick someone's ass?
Re-kick it?
No. You ever just beat? No. It doesn't have to be like. You ever
I've
just not revenge? Yeah.
I've kicked an ass.
All right. I want to hear this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I spit some brownies at a kid when I was a little kid, and I swung a bat at him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I haven't been in that many fights as an adult.
Oh, really?
A lot of kid stuff.
Oh, man, I got into a lot of fights as an adult.
You tell a fight story.
All right. So, I was having a really bad week in my life.
Yeah.
And I remember I decided to stop into this bar on my way home. And this bar was like the shittiest bar you can imagine. The biggest hole in the wall. Well, the smallest hole in the wall, I should say. And it just reminded me of the cantina from Star Wars. Where I feel like if you had more than 4 teeth in there, you could probably be the beauty queen. So I start talking to this guy while I'm drinking, and he asked me if I wanted any coke or ecstasy. And I was having a really bad week, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I could use some ecstasy. He's like, all right. He's just give me $20. So I hand him the $20, and he hands me a Cert Mint. Now, I know what a Cert Mint looks like, and I look at him, and I'm like, okay, now I'll take the $20 back. He's like, it's good. And I pop it in my mouth, and I tell him, ecstasy doesn't come in Arctic Blast flavor, asshole. I want my fucking money back. So I spit the mint into his face, and he's just sitting there ignoring me. I'm like, dude, you gotta give me my money. So then I pick him up, and I punch him right in the face. So I get kicked out of the bar, and the bouncer, I told him what happened. He's like, he sold you fake drugs? So he's like, let me go get him for you. So he brings him out of the bar, and I just start wailing on him, just beating the shit out of him. And, but actually I dragged him into a dark park, because this is on a main street, so I dragged him into a dark parking lot, and I'm just wailing on him, and he starts running away, and he runs across the street, and there's a what did they call that thing? A Dairy Queen. No, not Dairy Garden. Dairy Barn. And he starts pounding on the door, and I just grab him and throw him on the floor, and I start wailing on him. And the guys open the door, and like, we're calling the cops. I was like, don't worry, he stole from me. I'm just trying to get my money back. And the guy says, oh, okay. And then closes the door. So now I drag him back, right? Like, he's on the floor, and I'm just dragging him across this main road. Cars are stopping. Like, what the fuck's going on? So I bring him into this dark parking lot, and I start searching through his pockets. Right, and I pull out $62, right, and a 30-day chip from AA. So I'm just, what the fuck are you doing at a bar drinking, asshole?
For 30 days.
Like, what are you doing? So I hand him back his 30-day chip, and I hand him back the $42, and I take my $20. Oh, that was a good.
Do they carry around the chips?
Apparently, when you're sober, I mean, maybe he was doing it as some sort of like probation program or something like that. But he was in a bar drinking.
Would you keep him on your person? Would you keep a chip on your person?
If I was sober, yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm clean, like this amount of days. Because it feels like an accomplishment, if I do something for 30 days, that I do every day, I'd be pretty, if I stopped doing something for 30 days that I did every day, and I needed to for health reasons or whatever, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah.
I don't see myself giving up drinking anytime soon, but, who the fuck happens,
Let's hope not.
Well, right? I would be the most boring person.
This podcast would go to shit if you stopped drinking.
It would definitely go to shit. I'd be the most boring person. I couldn't tell you one night stand stories and stuff.
Do you like NPR?
Do I like? Can you do an NPR impression?
This is my NPR impression. We had a slight rainstorm today. Lasted about 5 minutes, and that was my NPR impression.
That's good. It's like
Have you ever listened to NPR? I don't even know what they talk about.
Here is the music of the Northwestern Yukini tribe, all right, that has been preserved by Dr. Michael Epstein, and he funded this using his own money. He took a sabbatical to live amongst the tribe, and this is what he was able to record. This tribe is no longer there because of deforestation. Something like that, right? Just imagine, I don't know.
I actually think I tuned into NPR once by accident. They were talking about drinking mead. Like the fucking King Arthur shit. Yeah. Curse on this?
What? Yeah, of course you curse on this.
Yeah, the King Arthur shit. And somebody was like called in. They're like, do you guys even know any recipes for mead? I was like, I gotta get out of here.
The card talk used to be interesting. I remember listening to card talk back in the day.
What kind of cards?
No, it was more about like car repair and stuff like that.
Oh, car talk.
Yeah, car talk
on NPR.
Yeah, on NPR.
Wow.
Yeah, it was car talk. I still think it's still out there. If not, it still exists on the internet.
I think it does. You should get in touch with NPR.
NPR, yeah. You want to host the Cipolla show? I'd rather be on Anthony Cumia's network, to be honest. East Side Dave, and just like but my show would be so awful. It'd probably just be me like swinging my balls in front of the camera and just throwing shit at the audience. Oh, but so yeah, you're what, 19, right? What's college like? Is it mostly liberal these days?
Yeah, college was a nightmare. I got out of there, man, after 1 year. I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking about it today, how my first college experience, really, because I think it was one of the first classes I took, was my women's gender studies class.
I need to hear about
and
this.
It really just blindsided me the way it showed up on my phone, on my schedule. It was women, what was the class? It was gender, class, and race, I think. And so, all of that, I was interested to maybe learn a little bit. The first thing I thought was like Black Panthers. Black Panthers, I could get behind that for some reason. And it was literally, they just omitted everything in the course name but women. And we just talked about labias and vaginas and people who get their dicks cut off, people who are born with like little nub dicks for 12 weeks. It was insufferable. My professor's book is called The Clitoral Truth. It's written by Rebecca Chalker. Check it out if you're interested. If you're not, still check it out. It's about 35 cents on Amazon, I think. But yeah, I had really... Coming as a kid from the suburbs, I had no idea that these people existed, and I was just...
I didn't know that till I moved to the city. Yeah.
For the first like 8 weeks, I was really trying to like maybe see where these people are coming from. Then I took the final.
There's no logic. There's nothing there. You can't have logic and take those classes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
These people really just create their own content for themselves.
Their own language.
They just recycle their own people.
Like cisgender. What the fuck does that mean?
You know what is actually funny? The professor would show movies in class sometimes, and she would be in every single one of the movies. It was just a promotion for her own self.
Go buy my book for 35 cents on Amazon.
Seriously. I think she was just hustling us all.
Oh, man. That sounds awful. Can you identify all the parts of the vagina right now?
No, I don't think so. And I memorized them, trust me. There's really only one important part, though, and that's the part where the penis goes in.
I mean, that's really...
I mean, any of the other parts, I don't understand why I have to know them, because it would be unfair if you asked a woman to name all the 27 parts of the penis.
There's more.
Why do I have to know about your vagina?
The balls, the shaft, the tip.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's like 3 parts.
I saw it all coming out, and it was the only time I needed to see it. Now the only thing I'm interested in is just the entrance.
The entrance, that's it. I know I can identify it with a word bank.
Yeah, I don't need a floor plan.
Right? Oh man, so what other kind of crazy shit did they teach you in that class?
Man, I don't.
What's the craziest?
The craziest thing is I'm trying to remember the word. I think it was intersex or
Intersectionality.
No.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I don't remember the term for it exactly, but they're just these people who are born and their genitalia ends up being somewhere in a grayscale between a penis and a vagina. And the doctor back in those days, so these people are maybe like 30, 40, 50 now, and the doctor back then would basically give it like a month or two, kind of like, put it in the oven, let it cook for a while, and then the doctor would basically just make the decision of what they were. And then these people were like, well, they called me a male, I was a female the whole time. I was like, you're saying you know more than a doctor? A doctor saw what was between your legs. They said what it was. And I'm sorry that your dick's small. They don't think it was a dick.
Doctors don't have an agenda. They're nerds. That's it. They're nerds. They memorize facts. They don't have an agenda. Like, when people say, well, the only people that say there are two genders are doctors, like the medical community.
Like, the only people whose opinion that matter.
Trust me.
Like, well, let's let the doctors decide that.
Well, how many genders are there, Cody?
Well, you're born a male if you're a male, and you're born a female if you're a female.
Right.
And then everything else is just an operation.
Everything else is nonsense. I think.
Yeah.
I want to get America back to it's not okay to kill babies, which I know you disagree with me on that.
Yeah.
And it's not okay to cut your dick off. It's not normal.
I wanted to talk about that because you said that there's two. Your quote is that there's two genders and everything else is a mental health.
Is a mental illness.
And you know what? If you want to cut your dick off, then fine. It's whatever. But we don't need movements for it. We don't need praises. We don't need Caitlyn Jenner winning a man or a woman of the year.
When that happens, and I think about it, I'm like, she was a woman for 2 months.
Yeah.
How do you become woman of the year and you're only a woman for 2 months?
It's an infant. It's like giving an infant a newborn baby.
You should have to at least be a woman of the year you have to be a woman for at least 1 year before you can be woman of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's a requirement. I don't know. That would be my requirement. But I'm not the one giving out the award.
My criteria would be you have to be born a woman.
She's a my criteria too. But Cruz supporter. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
No, I heard that I heard she was a Trump reporter.
No, now probably a Trump supporter. Yeah, no, conservative.
Yeah, she is conservative.
Conservative.
I don't dislike her at all.
No, she's got
fine.
my respect. Yeah,
she's fine. I saw that interview where she was sitting on whatever one of the shows they have.
Those reality shows.
Yeah, she was just roasting everyone on the bus.
Because all those people had no facts. It was just Hillary. She was good. She was a senator. Like
she was a woman.
Can you name something that she did?
She did it all.
Let's just look at old videos of her, and she was completely against gay marriage. She just plays politics.
Oh, yeah.
It's just to further some sort of Clinton agenda.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Say we could have our first woman president. Who would you want it to be?
Ann Coulter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ann Coulter, Lawrence Southern, even though she's not an American.
I just want it to be a stand-in and let Congress make all the decisions.
Well, I don't think the president should do much. I don't think the president's job is to really do anything. And he's really not supposed to be that powerful.
Yeah.
Executive orders are a joke. We
turned our president into a king.
Right. The Congress is supposed to be the most powerful thing because it represents the people better, or at least it's supposed to.
Right.
Because there's more.
There's more
of them.
Yeah,
right.
It's a numbers game.
That's it. It's a numbers game. It's like, all right, yeah, we're just gonna put 500 people. What is there's okay? So there's 104. There's 100. Sorry. There's 100 senators, and I don't know how many people are in the House now. It's
482.
What?
482?
42, right? And one dude's supposed to have more power than... No, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we have those kind of numbers.
Yeah. It really goes back to the doctor thing. People are like... I don't know why everyone's politics wants to date back to a couple of years. If you just go back and you read George Washington's farewell speeches and everything he said, and you read Adam Smith, there's really all the answers are there. Those are people who made the country. I mean... They knew what they were talking about. We're still here today.
Right, we're still here. And I would like to get America back to that.
Yeah.
I would like to get America back to guns and smaller government.
Maybe we should just get rid of some of our states. Just go back to 13.
Right, maybe we need to put the wall somewhere else.
Just make it somewhere on the Mississippi.
You guys could have Florida too, all right. You could have the sex offender capital of the world. Oh man, that's fucking hysterical. I couldn't imagine. Weren't you telling me some story when you were taking this class that you had to go to a sex shop?
Oh, that was a nightmare. I go to this It was an assignment for the class, so I was about as unwilling to go as I could have been. I went with 2 girls in my class, and it was a fine time.
Oh, that's always a fun time to go to a sex shop with girls.
No, normally that would sound like a fun time, right? Except when the people... So, one thing, I think I did take